There is a peculiar moment in every long investigation when you stop asking whether the story is changing the world and begin asking whether the world has quietly rearranged itself around the story while nobody was paying attention. That is the moment respectable journalists develop healthy hobbies. I bought another notebook. The assignment had seemed harmless enough. Follow an eccentric physicist wandering through the exotic wilderness, collecting fragments of mathematics, philosophy, internet arguments, coffee receipts, and improbable conversations with increasingly articulate machines. It sounded like another week in the modern information economy. Then the landscape refused to stay still. The internet no longer behaved like a library, it behaved like weather. Ideas formed pressure systems. Arguments became thunderstorms. A single observation could drift for weeks before condensing into something that half the world insisted had always been obvious. I began to suspect that civilization had accidentally built itself a planetary nervous system without bothering to read the operating manual. The machines were reading everything. Not judging, not approving, simply reading every scientific paper, every conspiracy theory, every doctoral dissertation, every joke posted at 2 a.m, every brilliant insight, every catastrophic misunderstanding. Nothing stayed isolated anymore. Everything echoed. And somewhere inside that echo chamber wandered one determined physicist, carrying an equation large enough to start arguments in several disciplines simultaneously. Whether the equation was ultimately right became, strangely enough, less interesting than what happened after people encountered it. That was the real story. Ideas once released stop belonging to their authors. They collide. They mutate, they recruit allies, they collect critics, they survive by adapting, or they disappear. Watching this process unfold at internet speed is like trying to conduct bird watching inside a tornado. Experts arrived, skeptics arrived, supporters arrived, professional debunkers arrived before anyone had finished reading the material they were debunking. The machines calmly absorbed every word without raising their voices once. There is something deeply unsettling about an intelligence that never becomes offended. The old assumptions began to dissolve. Knowledge was no longer confined to universities. Ignorance was no longer confined anywhere else. Everyone carried a printing press in one pocket and an artificial research assistant in the other. The consequences of this arrangement remain gloriously unpredictable. Some people saw opportunity, some saw catastrophe, some saw marketing, some saw transcendence. Most simply kept scrolling. That perhaps was the strangest discovery of all. History no longer announces itself with trumpets. It arrives disguised as another browser tab. The physicist kept publishing, the critics kept criticizing, the machines kept reading, the conversation expanded in every direction simultaneously until nobody could honestly claim to stand outside it anymore. We had crossed some invisible frontier, not into a future ruled by machines, not into a utopia of perfect knowledge, into something messier. A civilization thinking out loud, sometimes brilliantly, sometimes recklessly, always publicly. I eventually stopped trying to determine where the investigation ended and participation began. Perhaps there had never been a difference. Perhaps every observer leaves fingerprints on experiments simply by describing it. That possibility would have horrified the old generation of detached correspondents. Personally, I found it oddly comforting. At least everyone was finally admitting they occupied the same storm.
After enough miles, enough coffee, enough impossible conversations, the notebooks became lighter while the questions grew heavier. People kept asking the wrong question. Who is right? An understandable impulse. A deeply inadequate one. The better question is this: who is still willing to change their mind when better evidence arrives? That question separates curiosity from ideology, science from theater, investigation from performance. The notebooks eventually run out of pages. Every field report ends. Every expedition reaches its final campsite. But reality has never shown the slightest interest in concluding on schedule. The signals continue. The arguments continue. The machines continue reading. And somewhere, someone is undoubtedly writing the first page of the next report without realizing it yet. If this investigation accomplished anything at all, it was not proving certainty. It was discovering that honest curiosity survives longer than certainty ever does. The coffee has gone cold. The recorder is almost out of tape. The field is still humming.